How are the United States trying to reclaim degraded lands? Of course, first of all, there are some pretty effective efforts to make farming easier on the soil, since it's the main reason land turns into something barren. This is a perfect solution. Controlled grazing is being introduced, which can also help bring back areas that have been seriously damaged by human activity to the point where growing anything is nearly impossible. And then there are beavers. If you think all they do is gnaw on trees and build dams, well, you're right. But the thing is, all of that does a ton of good for nature and helps bring back what humans once destroyed. If we could travel back in time, end up on the North American continent, and then look around, we definitely see beavers everywhere. They are live-everywhere. They used to be all over the place from Alaska to the Gulf of Mexico. They chewed on trees, built their dams, but they just had bad luck of having valuable fur and castoreum. Just so you know, that's an oily substance found in special glands located near the animal's tail. Like in so many other stories about American wildlife, at some point European settlers arrived on the continent and started actively hunting the animals in the early 1600s. People back then claimed that in New Netherland, a colony on the east coast of the continent, about 80,000 beavers were killed every year for at least 9 years. Besides that, there's evidence showing that in Connecticut and Massachusetts, more than 10,000 beavers were trapped that year between 1620 and 1630. Here's another fact that shows the scale of the beaver wipeout by colonists. Starting in 1670, the Hudson's Bay Company sent 2 or 3 trade ships to the bay each year to ship furs from Canada to England. So basically, people hunted a lot and wiped out every beaver they saw just for their own gain. Then it turned out that beavers were getting hard to find on the East Coast, so the colonists started moving west. It's worth saying here that it was actually the hunt for animal fur, including beavers, that led to the full-scale discovery of the western lands. Many people think it was the gold rush that caused it, but in fact, it was the fur rush of the 19th century that not only led to the exploration of the West, but also had serious consequences for the local wildlife. Hunters wiped out everything in their path for fur and profit. And as a result, in the span of about 30 years, from 1806 to 1838, almost all the beavers from Missouri to California and from Canada to Mexico were wiped out. They were nearly driven to extinction. One of the victims of the beaver hunt was the San Pedro River, located in the northern part of the Sonoran Desert. This is in what's now the state of Arizona. Both the state and almost the entire river are situated in arid areas, where there's limited rainfall, high temperatures are common, and the biodiversity mostly consists of flora and fauna that have managed to adapt to such harsh conditions.